All right, folks, today Richie and I are going to show you my favorite Porsche of all time. He's here to tell us about it. Hopefully you'll love it too. All right, Richie, tell us about this beautiful Porsche.
Hi folks, welcome back to the fabulous 80s. This is Porsche's probably most outrageous car they built in the 1980s. This particular car is a 1987 Porsche 930 Turbo, and this is a real documented factory slant nose car. We're going to take a look at some of the details that you look for, because many of these cars were converted by other companies to look like this car, but only 625 examples between 1987 to 1989 were actually factory done. Now, to understand the factory slant nose, you need to understand the changes that were made. These cars, of course, were built in Stuttgart, and after they left Stuttgart, they went to the factory race shop by Porsche for these conversions. The conversion, the idea of it came from the Porsche 935 racing program. And because of the popularity look of those cars, Porsche figured, why not make our own conversion for use on the street? It has this beautiful, beautiful front slope nose, which they also call slope nose as well, with the retractable headlights, the vents here, and also the side straight vents, which you see right here, are very, very reminiscent of the Ferrari Testarossa in its day.
These wheels look like brand new. What's up with these wheels?
Those are the factory option polished wheels.
Wow.
Fuchs alloy wheels, they call the cookie cutters.
The paint on this car is just gorgeous.
And to my best recognition, I think the majority of this paint, it looks to be the original paint. If you notice, you would see overspray and so forth around all the labels and everything. No
I looked for overspray. I found zero.
So let's take a look at some of the details that make this car a factory slant nose. First and foremost, we're going to look under the hood. Okay, some of the features on the inside of the car, if you look. Of course, with all Porsche, the tachometer is centrally mounted. Your speedometer is right here. And notice the car only has 58,000 original miles on it. On this side of the steering wheel, and this is a very special steering wheel, by the way, this steering wheel right here is out of the 935 racing program. This was optional for this car, and today these things are worth quite a bit of money, the steering wheel alone, just on the collector's market. If you look at this gauge right here, and you have to peer over to see this, Jeff, this gauge right here is the pressure for the turbo system on the car. Right. If you notice, it has an open, piece right here, and this is for a special key that goes in there so you can set the desired pressure limit for driving. Wow. Of course, this car does have air conditioning. It also has the factory sunroof, all the things you would see on the top of the line 930 Turbo in the day, in addition to the slant nose package. The slant nose package, just to let you know, costs between $23,900 to over $25,000, in addition to the price of the 930 for its conversion. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is actually underneath the hood. These are things you look for with a factory slant nose. First and foremost, if you look right here inside this tire, you'll see a little bottle. That bottle right there is the replacement piece for the washer bottle that had to be removed from the front of the car in order to make the slant nose conversion. All of the fenders and headlight buckets are all steel, not fiberglass.
Yeah, the aftermarket ones were fiberglass, right?
Yes, they were all fiberglass, a good majority of them. One of the things you look for in a real factory slant nose, first of all, in the actual owner's manual was a supplement for this car. This is the factory jack that came on 930s. You could not use this jack on this car. If you look at the side of the car, you'll notice it has these little flares that come out here, and it has a special made Porsche part for the jack extension that's behind this plug. For that reason, Porsche supplanted an additional jack which came with the car. It's with this car. Look over here at the very front of the car, pull this back. This is the additional jack that was supplied. That's a bra that the owner had. This is the dash pod controller for the headlight system, and of course all the linkages and one single motor.
Yeah, no, that's the difference. In the aftermarket ones, they were dual motors, In the original, it's one single motor for the headlights.
The other thing you look for in the headlights, and I'm going to flip the headlights up, is the headlights were not squared like some of the conversions. The headlights are round. And we're going to take a look at that right now. I'll put that on.
There you go.
And again, you notice they were round lights. These are the correct lights.
So you had this car authenticated by someone high up in the Porsche club, is that correct?
Yes, we actually had 2 Porsche historians look at the car, and they have certified the yes, even though it does not have the factory code for the slant nose, that this is a genuine article. Now, if you notice under here, Jeff, this right here is the trim tag for the car. It explains all the options. This car was built in January of 1987, which was very early in the production run. Later in the production run, they would put a 505 code on the car. That would signify that the car was scheduled to be converted to a slant nose car.
By the factory.
By the factory.
I'm just digging the wheels and these and these. Look, I've never been the Porsche guy here. I've always been the American classic car guy here, but I saw one of these brand new in the Porsche showroom back in the day, and it just knocked me out then, and it still knocks me out. I love this car.
This right here is a 3.3 liter turbocharged motor. This came in all the 930s of this era. This is the original motor, transmission, rear to the car. Again, if this car did not have any of its original paint, you'd see overspray all over here. This is the back core support with the latch. It's all factory stock. The original G1, G1, GG red. And of course, it does have the black full leather interior.
Just beautiful.
You can barely even get a nail file in there.
So if you're looking for a very rare, extremely nice slant nose turbo factory car, give Rich or I a call. You can reach me directly at 410-562-9319, or you can reach Rich the expert at
443-745-0494. Thank you.
Okay. You want to start it up for us? Let's hear this German rumble, baby. All right, folks, give us a call. It's beautiful. We will ship it to your house anywhere in the world. We can arrange shipping for you. And if it's done here in the 48 states, it's free.